Hi everybody. This is a floss tube extra. Well, I guess this will technically be my first stitch with me. I'm not stitching on anything in particular. I'm probably gonna have to turn my mic on. So just hold on one second. I know I shouldn't do this, but ignore the mess that's in that closet. Okay, I just was grabbing a needle minder. And I'm sorry if this is really loud. I have so much going on. Whoa, right here, right now. So just there we go. Okay. I thought I would just let's plug this in real quick. Okay, hi. So I'm not stitching on anything in particular. I purchased my first Heaven and Earth designs. I've never stitched a full coverage pattern before, like not technically, like I've stitched patterns that have like sections that are completely filled, but I haven't stitched like a completely full coverage, covers the entire length of fabric besides like your border. Haven't done that. And I purchased my first Heaven and Earth designs, and I just got a mini because I didn't want to overwhelm myself and I wanted to actually feel like this pattern could actually be completed. And so I bought the mini, the Enchanted Christmas Reindeer. The artwork is by Donna Gelsinger, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is the pattern. Isn't that beautiful? Someone that I follow on Instagram, I believe her handle is Emma underscore, or I believe their handle is Emma underscore stitching 23. I'll have to double check that. Anyway, I saw their finish and I was in love. And with every single update that they would post about it on Instagram, I fell more and more in love with it. And I only tried to search for it a couple times, but I figured that it probably wasn't available on Heaven and Earth Designs website, and then it was. And anyway, I finally just bit the bullet and decided to buy it. And I decided that I didn't want to be scared of full coverage pieces anymore, and I had a couple that aren't like big fancy artworks that I'm planning on starting next year. I have one that I'm gonna do for my husband that's of the Augusta National Golf Course, which is where the Masters is held every year, and I don't know, it just I don't know what size of fabric to do it on. It's called for a 25 count 1/1, and I was like, yeah, I could probably do that, but I've never stitched on 25 count, and so I don't know if I would like that. I've also thought of doing it. I have 28 count Monaco in my stash. I've never stitched on it. So basically what I'm doing right now is I just pulled out some black that I'm not going to miss because I have a really big cone of black. And basically I just wanted to see, this is on the Monaco, I just wanted to see how I would like stitching 1/1. So that's what I'm doing. And I honestly don't know when this video is going to go up, if it's going to go up before Tuesday because I'm supposed, or Wednesday because I'm supposed to film this week for my regular floss tube updates. The other thing that I'm deciding is I have this piece of 16 count Aida. It's big enough that if I wanted to stitch this piece on Aida, I could. Like if I wanted to stitch it on 16 count, then I could. And I'm comfortable with 16 count, I'm comfortable with 18 count. And so I know that I wouldn't necessarily have a hard time. I could also just stick to my 2 strands of floss. But I don't know what I would want to do. And so I just decided that I wanted to try stitching 1/1 on 28 count. It didn't have to be part of the pattern, but it could be. I was going to try it out with one of the colors that's called for, but then I said, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste that. Okay. So, oh, that's 28 count. That's 28 count. That's 28 count. Okay. Hold on one second. Alright, we're changing some things up. So that the mic doesn't fall, so that the phone doesn't fall. Anyway, what else do I have in here? So I have this yellow, which is 27 count Linda. So I thought I could try stitching on 27 count, just see what I think about it. This is 28 count Lugana, which would be big enough if I wanted to do that. So I thought I could try out Lugana because I think, oh, these are Jobelan, so I could try out Jobelan to see what I want to stitch on. These are Monaco. And then I also have a 25 count Lugana, which I believe would be big enough as well. It's just gray, and I got it from Fat Quarter Shop. So I thought I could try 25 count to see if I liked 25 count better, because if I do, then maybe I can find 25 count somewhere else. And I feel like I'm speaking really fast, and I'm sorry. Because I'm not technically in a hurry. It's almost 4 o'clock. We have a family dinner to go to that starts at 5:30, and we are going to need to leave by 5:20 maybe. We live really close. So anyway, I just thought that I would talk to you guys while I'm trying stitching on these different counts. And because I don't have, I mean, I've been watching some floss tube today, but I also kind of just wanted to film, since I don't have any pattern that I'm necessarily looking at, and I can really just ramble while I do it. So I thought that's what I would do. I'm gonna go get a hoop really fast, so 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I grabbed a couple of hoops, that way I don't have to change them out a bunch. And I closed my closet door because I didn't feel like letting y'all just stare at that for however long I decide to do this. I will say, this is on 28 count Monaco, I think I said. I don't hate it. I really don't. But I'm also wondering if maybe I should order some of the easy count fabric for my first full coverage piece. I'm a novice. I don't know. But I'm really excited. And my window is open because it was really hot in here. So I'm sorry if you can hear things. This is the color that I need to save. So don't stitch on that. So I figure, I'm really sorry if this is loud. Let's try out some 25 count while it's out. Ooh. Lugana is soft. Okay, so only people who watched these videos will see my reaction to stitching on something other than Ada for the first time. Okay. So, how are you guys? This is not how I expected my first stitch with me to go. I'm also supposed to be doing some homework at this present time. Well, I don't have to. Like, I do have some things that are due tonight, but it's just, I have to comment on someone's discussion post. But I did get, like, a small bit of motivation to work on a paper, and so I have been reading an article. I have a rough draft due this week. But let me tell you, so this is my paper is for a forensic psychology class. Mostly we talk about how psychology how you can use psychology in law or in the criminal justice system. And basically, I don't know where that strand of thread went, so we'll just get a new one. Basically, while I'm taking a criminal profiling class, that is, yes, I'm a thread licker, don't judge me, that is, pro-criminal profiling, and teaches you not really how to do it, but kind of. My teacher just kind of asks us, basically it's like a whole critical thinking class. Anyway, so I have that class, which is pro-criminal profiling, and they think it's awesome. And then I have my forensic psychology class, and this paper, I didn't get to choose what it was on, is read these articles and tell me why criminal profiling isn't valid. It's really hard to switch gears, especially when my criminal profiling class is my favorite class. I'm really enjoying it. So sometimes I have to let myself read, which I haven't been wanting to do. I have to let myself do that and then give myself a little bit of a break, because it kind of, like, I understand why people might not view it as valid, because it's not a science and you can't plug in a mathematical equation or plug in this type of person with this type of behavior will do this type of crime. You can't do that. And so I understand why some people would say that it's not valid. However, there are cases that criminal profiling has helped with. Anyway, I'm not gonna out on my tangent about that, so let's put in my first couple stitches to 25 count. And yes, I'm not using like the cable ties or anything right now, mostly because they're all the way over there and I don't want to go get them. So that's what I was supposed to be doing today. And then I started watching Marty, who is Triple M Stitching, here on FlossTube and on Instagram. She posted a new floss tube today, and so I was watching it to support her, and I got in the mood to have a new start, and I got in the mood to start my full coverage piece, and I realized that I have nothing ready to start it. I don't know what kind of fabric I would want to do it on. I don't even know if I have fabric that's big enough for it. And, you know, all that. Like, I have no idea. So, here I am, testing out how I like stitching on higher counts, so that I can decide what type of fabric I would like to stitch my first full coverage piece on. And I kind of already explained this to you, but I thought I would talk to you all while I was doing it. And if no one watches this video, then that's totally fine. I get to watch it back and see my reaction to feeling Lugana for the first time, and I think that's kind of cool. So, I'm just doing the same type of stitches that I did, which are the first 5 stitches of this specific color, for the pattern, for the Enchanted Christmas Reindeer. The painting reminds me of a book that my parents had while I was growing up, and it was about a Christmas tree, and the cover of it was green, and I have no idea what book it is, but the type of art, the type of painting that the Enchanted Christmas Reindeer reminds me of that book, and I think that's why I've been so in love with it. Oh, where'd my needle go? It got stuck. My dogs are also back there chewing on a rawhide. They wanted they wanted to be by me today, so we are letting them. Oh, that did not look like a stitch. That's interesting. Anyway, 25 count is a little easier to see. But I also know that this light gray fabric, like, I don't know what else I would stitch it on. Or, like, I don't know what else I would stitch on this light gray fabric, and so I don't really mind covering it up. And I also know that I'll be able to actually see the white stitches when I'm stitching them, and I'm okay with that too. Okay, 25 count feels good. Lugana feels good, I like that. Okay. I need to stop stitching or else I'm gonna have too much to pull out. Okay, so there's my 25 count. This is very strange. Okay, let's see. So I've done Lugana, Monaco. Should we try 27 count? I don't think I'll try 27 count just because I know that I could start it today if I pick 28 or 25 count. This is Irish linen Lugana. I don't want to try that. Okay. I don't entirely remember what the dimensions had to be. So we're gonna try Jobelan real quick, 28 count Jobelan, and we'll see what I think, and then we will have our decision. Who thought I was never gonna try out these higher count fabrics? I will sell myself out. I did. I never thought I was going to try them. But also, there are some really pretty neutrals, and I'm all about neutral fabrics, because I've noticed that when I get colorful fabric, I have no idea what I want to stitch on it. And so neutral is just much easier for me to envision something on. I also don't know, should I try Q-snaps? I don't know. I don't know if I should try Q-snaps. Or if I should just stick to hoops. I've never tried a Q-snap. I'd be open to trying one. I don't have another reason why. I've just wanted to stitch some things or try out on fabric that I have, or, you know, see what threads I have. Start something new is because it's the beginning of the month. Except I don't have any more of my budget, or what we call whatever money, left, because I decided to order Ymir's box, almond M&M box for the month of December. And so I had to order it before November 1st, and I usually it starts over on November 1st, right? Because that's when we get paid from one of our properties. Anyway, so I went and talked to my husband, and I was like, hey, I really want this because the silks from her October box were absolutely beautiful, and so I really want this. And it's not that I have to ask permission, but I just felt like I should for this specific instance. And so I said, can I spend this amount of money now? And he said yes. So I don't have money to go spend on fabric right now. And I'm okay with it. I have a big stash. I have not a huge stash, but I have enough for projects that I want to work on right now. And I have multiple counts. I have, I'm okay for now. I don't have enough for 25 projects for next year, but I have enough for what I need. And I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't put my needle in my mouth, but it was for 2 seconds. So, okay, we're trying out 28 count Jobelan. See how we feel. So that's why I'm trying to decide if I like stitching on the fabrics that I own. Because also, if I can use a smaller piece of fabric by doing 28 count or 25 count 1/1, then I would like to do that. However, stitching 28 count 1/1 is really making me question Ymir stitching on 56 count 1/1. I think it's amazing. Because the way that Ymir explains it, I feel like that's what my brain would have done if I would have branched out to higher count fabrics before I started watching FlossTube. I feel like my brain just would have said, oh, that's where the holes are, so that's what you have to do. I feel like my brain would have worked the same way. So let's see how I feel about Jobelan. I might like Jobelan better than Lugana, I'll be honest. Even though this is 28 count. I kind of want to go ask my husband what he thinks about all these tiny X's, because he's never seen me stitch on this count before, and I doubt he would even notice. So I kind of want to go check. I'm also thinking that maybe this video would be good for, like, I can stitch for a little bit now and then maybe stitch for a little later, and kind of have this be a collection of my Stitch With Me's, since I don't have a ton of time right now. But I also, sometimes I like an hour Stitch With Me, and sometimes if I'm watching the video or just wanting to listen to the video for like 20 minutes or something, then I also like 20-minute ones. So that was cute. So tell me how long you all prefer Stitch With Me's to be. Because I can definitely do shorter ones if you just need to turn on something in the background, you know? Definitely okay. I'm down to do that. Okay. I don't think that 28 count will give me a problem. I'm just gonna finish 2 more X's and then I'll show you all what I did. I really don't think 28 count will give me a problem. I think I would be okay with it. The other thing that I'm gonna have to get used to is whoa, no thanks. Nova, come here. Come lay down. Lay down. Lay down, please. No, Max. Go chew on your bone somewhere else. Nova, lay down. Lay down. Anyway, I usually do the loop start. And so that's another thing that I would have to get used to, is not doing the loop start. Okay. Here is what we have. Here is the Jobelan, and I just did a square. I think it looks so cute. Okay. I still have no idea what count I'm going to stitch on. But since doing this, I don't think I would hate stitching on a higher count fabric. So, thank you for sitting with me while I did my little trial runs. You will probably see this after my next floss tube update, but, so I guess if I decide to actually commit to starting this tonight or before I film on Tuesday, then you will already know which one I decide to pick by the time I put this up. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.